14 have gone to overtime, Rondé. There's Ty Montgomery. He's back deep for the Jets. We are underway. The first JETS chant as we head down to the field. Check in with Lindsay Czarniak. Lindsay.
Thanks, Kenny. The energy down here is electric, but you mentioned how the Jets are the home team, so that means things are a little bit wacky for the Giants. And quarterback Daniel Jones told me it started this morning with the parking. They had to park across the street, come in. Also, the sideline is on the opposite side of the field for them today. Saquon Barkley told me the route he walked to his locker room completely different. Something else different for Saquon, his dad. So much had been made of his father, a lifelong Jets fan, wearing the Joe Namath jersey Saquon gave him. He decided not to come today, did not want to take the attention away from his son, guys.
All right, hope you enjoy the telecast. Mr. Barkley, Darnold's first pass is complete to Demaryius Thomas. Darnold missed 3 games earlier this season due to mono. This is 19th career start. Gain of 8 on first down, 2nd and 2. Jets empty the backfield on 2nd down. Darnold over the middle. It is complete. Out to the 38-yard line to Jamison Crowder for a Jets first down.
Well, Kenny, this Jets offensive line has had some struggles, but Kelvin Beachum is back in the lineup today, and he got better at both spots because he's playing left tackle. It allows Chuma Edoga to go back over to his natural right tackle position.
Here's Le'Veon Bell running left. You mentioned Beachum missed the last 3 games with an ankle injury. Dexter Lawrence, the tackle, up front for this Giants defense, along with the former New York Jet, Leonard Williams.
Yeah, how can we not point out Leonard Williams starting in that 3 technique here for the New York Giants? Going to be a good addition to this franchise, and I know he was chomping at the bit to play in this football game.
Acquired in the trade a couple of weeks ago, his 2nd game with the Giants. 2nd down and 9. Darnold, quick release, finds Thomas, who broke free for a first down. Nice move around Antoine Bethea. And Demaryius Thomas into Giants territory, gain of 16.
Well, you notice the Jets are coming out fast. Hurry up. They're calling plays at the line of scrimmage. Demaryius Thomas, the 3rd guy in there. And what it's doing is giving Sam Darnold that rhythm. Everybody talks about rhythm. Well, what is rhythm? Rhythm is finding some quick completions, some easy completions. And much like their game last week, this Jets offense is starting off pretty good here.
Darnold has completed his first 3 pass attempts. Crowder in motion from the Giants 45. Off the play fake. Catch is made by the tight end, Ryan Griffin, but he will lose yardage as Jabril Peppers comes up to make the stop.
Well, Ryan Griffin's been somewhat of a security blanket for Sam Darnold. Chris Herndon is active again this game. We'll see if we'll get a chance to see him contribute, and he comes off the field here. But look, this rhythm of this offense, the patience of the quarterback, I think is going to be paramount, especially early in this game. They need some early success to keep that confidence going with this young quarterback.
Griffin shifts, 2nd down and 12. As Darnold hands it off, Bell cuts to the outside. And then Bell is met at the 46-yard line by Janoris Jenkins. So Le'Veon Bell, the first-year Jet, 3-time Pro Bowler. His season high in a game this year, Rondé, as a Jet, just 70 yards rushing.
When we talked to Adam Gase, he told us, look, we're trying ways to get him involved. We're running different types of plays to get him involved. But again, some of those struggles up front just really haven't allowed for him to get going. We know how talented he is. All those years in Pittsburgh and early in this season, just have not found a way to get his rhythm going.
3rd down and 11 for the Jets. They must get to the 35-yard line for a first down, and they do. It is Crowder, the former Redskin, to the Giants' 27-yard line. Gain of 19.
Leonard Williams gets really close to getting in here. You see him standing up, some milling around that James Betcher's defense does. This is a really confident throw just out of the hands, or out of the reach, I should say, of Jabril Peppers. And Jamison Crowder, another free agent addition here. To me, when I put the film on, he's the guy that stands out. He has been the most productive receiver on this Jets offense.
Darnold 5 for 5. Hands it off to Bell up the middle. Inside the 25-yard line. Jets have scored only 8 offensive touchdowns, Rondé, all season long over their first 8 games, but they have reached the end zone on their opening drive in their last 2 games.
Well, it makes you believe that the game plan, the first 15, if you will, coming out of the locker room at the beginning of the game is where they're best scripted. Got to be able to find a way to maintain that, though, throughout the rest of the football game.
3 wide receivers set. Second down and 7. Darnold perfect so far. Now 6 for 6. It's Thomas. Thomas to the Giants' 17-yard line for another Jets first down. That's his 3rd catch on this drive.
The Giants are playing a little bit of softer coverage here on the back end on this drive. And I know they're trying to protect some of the young guys in the secondary, especially Baker at right corner. That story is kind of played out at this point. Don't be surprised if James Beckter, as soon as he gets down in this red area, starts heating up this quarterback.
From the 17-yard line on first down, it's Bell. Coming up to make the tackle once again is Jabril Peppers. Grew up in the area, attended a Jets-Giants game as a youngster.
And number 21, strong safety, Jabril Peppers. This is the 2nd play we've seen at or around the line of scrimmage. And look, Avion is a tough tackle. You got to get him around the legs. He just bounces out of that. And I like him as a football player as well, Jabril Peppers. Obviously, we know that he came over with that trade from the Cleveland Browns. He's been impactful. That has not been one of their areas of weakness in the secondary.
Le'Veon Bell heads off the field, replaced by Ty Montgomery. Second down and 11. Darnold over the middle. It's complete. It's Crowder. And he takes it down to the 8-yard line before he's tackled by Grant Haley.
Those smart decisions by Sam Darnold. Getting the ball out of his hands, not passing up open receivers. Young quarterbacks take a while to figure this out. I mean, obviously, you want to look down the field. You got a bunch route combination there, so there's going to be somebody coming open in the end zone. But if there's a guy open right in front of you, get rid of the football. Good job by Sam Darnold there.
He's now 7 for 7. 3rd down and 1 for the Jets. Griffin shifts to the left side. On 3rd down, this is Montgomery. There is a flag. Our first penalty marker, so we will check in with the referee, John Hussey.
He's going to get a free first down here, Kenny. It looked to me like the in-down line of scrimmage was Marcus Golden was lined up in the neutral zone. And he's a guy that gets a little anxious.
Offside.
Yep.
Defense, number 44, lined up in a neutral zone. That 5-yard penalty from the previous spot results in a first down.
Clearly on the other side of the ball.
Marcus Golden, we spoke to James Bettcher, Giants defensive coordinator, yesterday. He told us Golden's been the best Giant on the defensive side this season.
Yeah, and he didn't have a great game last week against Dallas. Dallas had those easy time running the football, and it's because some of the gap integrity that Marcus Golden was not holding.
3 receivers line up to the left side on 1st and goal. It is Bell. And he works his way down to the 3-yard line of the Giants, wrapped up by Lorenzo Carter.
Oh, how balanced has this drive been for the New York Jets? 5 carries, 7 passes, all completions for Sam Darnold. Force feeding the ball a little bit to the running back here, but not finding success. But it doesn't matter. The rhythm, I'm going to say it one more time, the rhythm of this offense got to make this quarterback feel comfortable right now.
4 receivers set on 2nd and goal. Darnold takes it in for a Jets touchdown.
This was a really good job by Sam Darnold, recognizing what the Giants were trying to do to them. Look, you're going to run this zone read, and all he's got to do is read the end guy on the line of scrimmage. And as soon as he crashes down, I'm going to do it myself. Good job. Great drive by Sam Darnold. Good understanding by the entire offense. And another opening drive score for the New York Jets.
Jets spread the field with 2 receivers to each side, and That opened up a hole for Darnold, his second career rushing touchdown. Sam Fickett adds the extra point. Darnold perfect, 7 of 7. And then he runs it in. Jets lead by 7.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
Sports app.
This is Cody Latimer, had a huge night on Monday. 181 kick return yards and stopped shy of the 20 this time. So Daniel Jones leads the Giants offense out onto the field.
Well, if there's one thing that he cannot do or continue to do is beat himself. You know, this Giants team has some guys injured. Evan Ingram is not playing today. Sterling Shepard is still out with his concussion. He's got to be smart with the football. The up and down nature of his rookie season needs to start ending soon. And Golden Tate told us, look, you get 8 games into your rookie season, you're no longer a rookie.
Goes to the outside on first down. Latimer, the intended receiver, with Nate Hairston defending. Giants lineup, Rondé, also missing their starting center and starting right tackle today.
And without Evan Ingram, who I just mentioned, I think Golden Tate has got to be the guy to pick up the slot, or pick up the slack in the slot. I mean, he's a guy that makes people miss. He's great in space. Talk security blankets, and I know it's overused term, but Golden Tate, with his ability to get open and find those areas, it's got to be somebody Daniel Jones looks out for.
Fullback Eli Petty lined up in front of Saquon Barkley. This is Barkley's first carry. Gains a couple to the 20. Jamal Adams the tackle as we check out the Jets defensive unit.
Well, they've been good against the run this season. Where they've struggled, obviously, is in a passing game, but their biggest issue has been injuries at linebacker. Brandon Copeland starting at middle linebacker. He's been an outside guy most of his career. He was unselfish in taking this role, calling the defenses as well. Keep an eye on this guy today. I like his versatility. It's kept him in football. He's a good football player.
Third down and 8. Giants must get to the 28-yard line for a first down. 3 receivers set. Jones under pressure on third down, wrapped up. And out. Barkley wound up with the football. Jamal Adams with the initial pressure.
Oh, Jamal Adams. How about this guy? He is a dynamic, generational type safety. Watch this pressure off the edge, and Saquon Barkley sees him the whole way, has to come over and try to get him. He just olays him, knocks the ball out of Daniel Jones's hands. But fortunately for the Giants, this ball bounces right into the hands of Saquon Barkley, or Jamal Adams may have had a trifecta there. What a play.
Second sack of the season for Jamal Adams. Riley Dixon punting from his own end zone. Good kick, taken at the 33 by Berrios. Excellent field position for the Jets as their defense comes up big, forcing a 3 and out and a sack by Jamal Adams.
T-Mobile's newest signal reaches farther than ever before. With more engineers, more towers, more coverage. It's a network that gives you with coverage from big cities to small towns. Introducing T-Mobile's 600 megahertz signal. No signal reaches farther or
However you gather.
Play, 75-yard drive to start this game. Sam Darnold 7 for 7, 3 completions apiece to Crowder and Thomas. Robbie Anderson in motion. Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. Off the fake to Bell. Darnold under pressure from Leonard Williams, throws it away. So his former teammate bringing the heat as we head to Los Angeles for a game break with Carissa Thompson. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Chiefs Titans. Patrick Mahomes back after missing the last 2 games. Finds Travis Kelce for this 3-yard score. Chiefs up in this one, 7-0. Kenny?
There's Carissa. Chiefs first place, record of 6-3. 5.5 remaining in the first quarter here at MetLife. 2nd and 10. Three receivers to the right side. Darnold hands it off. Le'Veon Bell gains a couple. Marcus Golden in on the tackle for the Giants. So a 3rd down and 8 upcoming.
Keeping the tempo here, and I always ask the question, you get through those first 15, so to speak, whatever number the coordinator, Adam Gase, Daryl Loggins, script for, why don't they keep that going? You know, that as easy as that first drive was, I would totally expect them to come out and do the same thing. Now, look at the other side of the ball. Obviously, James Betcher's prepared for that. Let's see what he comes with here.
3rd down and 8. Pass is caught by Herndon, making his season debut, and then a nice tackle by Bethea, stopping Herndon a yard shy of a 1st down.
Really good tackle here. This has been a problem with the New York Giants, getting receivers down after they make completions. And 4th down, I believe they're going to stay on the field here and go for this, Kenny. And you got 1 win on the season, why not?
Tight end Wesco in as the fullback. 4th down and 1. This is Wesco, and he picks up the 1st. The rookie out of West Virginia, Trayvon Wesco, that's his first touch in the NFL.
Well, it looked like his first touch. I mean, this is not exactly a polished exchange here between quarterback and backup tight end. But I tell you what, I do like the mentality here. There was zero hesitation by Adam Gase to go for that on 4th down.
Wesco all smiles. Nobody expected him to get the football. New set of downs for the Jets. Bunch formation to the left side. Jets keep it on the ground with Bell. Wants to come to the outside, but Dexter Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson, is right there to make the tackle.
Dexter Lawrence. You stand next to this guy, you cannot believe how big he is. And so we know what his success was in college. He's come a long way, even as during his rookie season here. He's got great athleticism, and I mean, just look how much he dwarfs the offensive lineman standing in front of him.
Listed at 6'4", 342.
It's not light.
2nd down and 9. Darnold wrapped up, gets rid of it, complete to Robbie Anderson for a Jets 1st down.
Well, I don't know how he got this ball out. You're going to see the pressure come in here. Marcus Golden, and some might say that was ill-advised, but that is a heck of a throw. And Sam Darnold has ridiculous arm talent. He can spin it with the best of them. Able to find Robbie Williams on that crossing route and make a big positive out of what was going to be a negative play for the Jets.
Similar to Daniel Jones, turnovers have been the issue for Darnold this season, but a strong start today. He's 9 for 10. That pass gets batted down, so make it 9-4-11. Jabril Peppers getting a hand on it.
Wow. Talk about strong safety on the other side. Jabril Peppers doing the same thing here, blitzing off the corner. Great ball awareness here by Jabril Peppers. And Sam Darnold's looking for these shorter completions, and I like it. You know, this offense is tended to want to push the football down the field. They have a speedster outside in Robbie Williams. Anderson, I'm sorry, and he's trying to find Demarius Thomas more and more in the flats.
Le'Veon Bell found a hole down to the 23-yard line. The Jets, Rondé, have now run 21 plays. The Giants only 3.
21 plays and completely dominated this first quarter. There's only 2 minutes left, and the Giants have run exactly 3 plays. So there's your play selection. There's 11 passes, 10 rushes. Balance. Everybody talks about balance. That's it.
Jets have had the ball for over 11 minutes. Giants under 2. Bunch formation to the left side. 3rd down and 6. Darnold fires. It's caught by Jamison Crowder. Makes an adjustment and takes it in for a Jets touchdown.
What I tell you about Jamison Crowder, this guy just continues to show up. Again, it's a similar type of bunch route. 3 guys up here. Jamison Crowder's just going to come through that bunch. and find some space behind this zone defense. And another great off-platform arms-type throw by Sam Darnold. And his young, dynamic wide receiver does the rest of the work himself. He gets in for a touchdown. Another great drive by this Jets offense.
Jets averaging 12 points per game. Well, they've eclipsed that in the first quarter. They scored only 8 offensive touchdowns all season coming into this one. Darnold to Crowder, 14-0 Jets. Points in the first quarter during that stretch, and they fall behind 14-0 today. Some slow starts.
Well, Pat Shermer's got to resist that temptation to try to get back in the football game right now. Just stick to the plan. Get the ball to Saquon Barkley. Get some easy completions for his young quarterback. Do it the slow, easy way.
On first down, it's Barkley. Gain of 3 to Los Angeles. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Bucks trailing 3-0 against the Cardinals when Jameis Winston hands it off to Ronald Jones, who scores from 7 yards out. Bucks up 7-3. Kenny.
That's Carissa. Of course, Daniel Jones made his first start back in September in Tampa and led the Giants back from an 18-point deficit to win that game.
Yep, that game, and he went on to win his next game against Washington Redskins. And since then, the team itself has just not been able to find a way to win close or blowout-type games.
They lost 5 straight since the 2 victories. Second down and 7. Jones under pressure, able to get rid of it. Catch is made by Barkley. 3rd and long coming up, following the pressure from Brian Poole on Daniel Jones.
Oh, Brian Poole, you know, free runner to the quarterback. Daniel Jones makes a really quick decision to get rid of it. How about Greg Williams not giving his somewhat maligned secondary, some injuries at the corner, a chance to even have to deal with it? Just bringing pressure every other play, and this Giants offense cannot deal with it right now.
Time winding down in this first quarter. 3rd down and 9. Jones to the outside. It's Benny Fowler who makes the catch for the Giants' first down of this game.
Well, this is the same pressure that Jamal Adams got a sack on earlier. Dan Jones handles this very, very well. Gets a nice, accurate ball out to Fowler. I believe he got both feet down. First down, Giants.
So the Giants move the chains as the first quarter comes to an end here at MetLife Stadium. Jets, the home team, they lead 14-0.
We made USAA Bank for members like Cassie. She's made of nerves of steel. So when she has to perform one of the most dangerous jobs on the ship, she says, no problem. She's practicing.
Saquon Barkley, find ways to get him the football. I know he's been very active catching the ball as well. And this Jets defense, to be honest with you, Kenny, has struggled stopping running backs out of the backfield, catching it.
2nd and 10. Jones had that pass batted up the line. Another 3rd and long upcoming for the Giants. Getting a hand on it was Terrell Basham.
Giants got to find a way to convert here. And I know it's early in the football game, 14-0. I don't want this thing to get away from them early. This Jets offense, when it's been out there, has looked a little bit unstoppable. Daniel Jones and his offense got to find a way to get these 10 yards here.
Giants must get to the 47 for a first down. Jones throws. There is a flag, and now a second. Darius Slayton, the intended receiver, with Hairston defending. 2 penalty markers on the play.
Pass interference. Defense, number 21. The ball he places spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
And you'll see it at the top. Harrison, 21 here. It's a good football rep until right here. Right when he comes out of the break, he grabs that upper field shoulder, and I don't know what you're quizzically looking at. That was definitely a foul.
comes from a future Hall of Fame DB.
Hey, I tend to favor DBs. That was blatant.
Play action, Jones complete. First down and more. Rhett Ellison down the sideline. And he is finally forced out of bounds at the Jets' 16-yard line.
Oh, the play action is what gets it. You see Rhett Ellison, normally the blocking tight end in this offense, make a nice little move here, and look at the athleticism there, a little high stepping. Daniel Jones, great play fake. He didn't get the ball out. You know, you talk young quarterbacks, not a lot of them understand that the key to being a good quarterback is how quickly can you get that ball out of your hand to your receiver's hands. Great job there by Daniel Jones.
31-yard pickup from the 17 on first down. The penalty marker once again.
Offside. Defense, number 99. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's on Steve McClendon. Pat Shermer's Giants without some key players on offense today. As you mentioned earlier, no Sterling Shepard, no Evan Ingram. John Halapio, their center, is out, replaced by Spencer Pulley, and Nick Gates starting at right tackle for the veteran Mike Remmers.
Well, Spencer Pulley has some snaps underneath him and actually worked with Daniel Jones a lot during the preseason, so that connection's not as significant as the one at right tackle with Nick Gates.
Wayne Coleman, his first carry, gains a couple down to the Jets' 10-yard line. Giants have been in this situation frequently, Rondé, this season. In 3 of their last 4 games, they fall behind 14-0 to New England, 17-0 to Arizona, 14-0 in Detroit, and now 14-0 today.
Oh, here you figure they're in the red zone, and when we watched that game last week, that Dallas game, this is where they struggled. They had opportunities down here, tried to run the ball in, weren't able to find the right answers to score touchdowns. And when you get down early, these become the most important parts of the game.
Second down and 3 with the play clock winding down. More movement, more flags.
Full start. Offense, number 70.
Right guard Kevin Zeitler. Where officials get together.
Number 99. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So the initial announcement was Zeitler, and now it's McClendon. That's his second penalty.
Well, I'm going to say I think he was lined up in the neutral zone again. See if he jumped. Here's 99 McClendon. And is he before the ball? I mean, it's a false start, isn't it?
That was the initial call from John Hussey.
All right.
But instead, ball spotted at the Jets' 5-yard line. First and goal. Jones finally throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Darius Slayton.
Well, good protection on Daniel Jones here. He's got all the time in the world to throw this football. He's originally looking for number 85, Rhett Ellison, on this crossing route. But it's not there. But the patience of Daniel Jones to just wait, look over the ball for that next receiver. Slayton is there. Good strong arm throw, touchdown Giants, and that's the drive they needed. Take your time, get back into this game slowly. Good job by this Giants offense.
And they benefit from the officials getting together, changing that penalty call, and on the next play, Jones connects with Slayton. The rookie out of Auburn scores his 4th touchdown of the season. Rosas has missed an extra point in each of the last 2 games. No issues there. So the Giants have cut the Jets lead to 14-7. Jones to Slayton in the end zone. head coaches in this game attended Michigan State. Pat Shermer and Adam Gase. And both coached there under Nick Saban. In fact, they crossed paths back in the 1997 season, both on Saban's staff that year. Catch made by Demarius Thomas. Ogletree the tackle to Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. The 1-7 Falcons against the 7-1 Saints tied at 3. Matt Ryan finds his tight end Austin Hooper for this 8-yard score. Falcons up in this one 10-3. Kenny?
Thanks very much, Carissa. Demarius Thomas helped off the field.
Thank
13
you.
plays, 75 yards, and then a short field, 9 plays, 50 yards, 2 jet touchdowns.
Yeah, efficiency. Right? Sam Darnold's got 2 incompletions. I believe one of them was a tip at the line of scrimmage. Quick passing game has been on point for this Jets offense so far today.
On the toss, it's Bell. And he takes a hard hit at the 26-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson makes the play.
Alvin Tomlinson is the unheralded guy on this defensive front. You bring in Leonard Williams, you have some other guys up front, but watch 94 right here. Just run through the center and then just waylay Powell here. That was a nice hit.
First carry for Bilal Powell today. Third down at 9. Bunch formation to the right for the Jets. Darnold under pressure, gets rid of it, and there is a flag thrown right around midfield.
Where that flag came in, she's usually holding on defense. And I believe it's going to be on DeAndre Baker down here at the bottom of the screen.
Holding. Defense. Number 27. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
It's Baker, the rookie out of Georgia.
He does a really good job here with his lateral agility here, staying in front. But then as Robbie Anderson gets by him, it's just that little bit of a grab, and such an easy flag for that official down at the bottom to throw. Kid has struggled. He definitely has some talent. You know, he's a great corner in college. And it takes a long time for young corners to really figure out the speed of the football game, and he is struggling with it again here.
Flea flicker, Powell, back to Darnold. He fires downfield, just out of the reach of Vincent Smith.
That's an aggressive play call after a penalty. Jabril Peppers got a little greedy here, and it's hard not to. Bilal Powell holds onto that ball for a long time. Sam Darnold throws it in the exact right position, away from everybody else. And watch Jabril Peppers jump into your... Sorry, it's Antoine Bidet jumps into your screen and leaves DeAndre Baker all by himself, but just a little bit out of the reach of Smith.
Le'Veon Bell remains on the sideline. Second down at 10 from the 31 as Powell gets wrapped up. Alec Ogletree coming through along with R.J. McIntosh to make the play.
This is a great read and react action by Alec Ogletree, and I've watched a lot of Giants films so far this year, and he hasn't made a lot of these impactful type plays. That right there is exactly what it looks like. There's a gap, little counter step by the running back. He reads it in the exact same manner that the running back runs it. Great tackle for loss, sets up a third long here for the Jets.
Third down and 13. Jets must get to the 41 for a first down. Pressure on Darnold. Down he goes. What a first half for Marcus Golden.
James Baxter's just showing a lot of different looks, trying to confuse Sam Darnold. Here's Marcus Golden. He's unblocked. These are the ones you should get. Herndon completely disregards them. They don't get any easier than that.
6.5 sacks for Golden. Career high 12.5 back in the 2016 season. Suffered a torn ACL out in Arizona playing for the Cardinals, and he's had a terrific first season with the Giants. Golden Tate lets it bounce. Takes a Giants roll. So the Giants defense comes up big. Golden with the sack. Giants take over, down by 7.
You don't have to go to another planet to be an explorer.
Like it's improving. He does, although, say that it's frustrating that this is a sport where if he anytime gets hit, he knows he could suffer a setback. But so far, so good. He thinks it's getting better each time.
Thanks, Lindsay. And Lindsay mentioned before the game, Saquon's dad stayed home wearing his Joe Namath replica jersey. Saquon bought it for him last year. They grew up huge Jet fans. Dad has a Jets tattoo. Second down and 13. Jones to the outside. Catch is made by Rhett Ellison. Out at the 42-yard line. Barkley suffered that ankle injury in Daniel Jones' first start in Tampa week 3. A look at his numbers on the ground prior to the injury and since his return.
Well, there was definitely some tentativeness. I mean, I've had high ankle sprains. They are not easy to get over. Actually, we did that game in Tampa, and it didn't look that bad, but as it turned out, it was. But he did come back pretty quickly, and that probably was a factor why he was so ineffective in those 2 games right after.
Third down and 6. Jones to Slayton for a Giants first down out at midfield.
Good
Slayton
throw
with the
here.
touchdown earlier.
Yeah, this is just a good throw. Good solid throw. Just a little in-breaking 4-step slant by Slayton. The ball hits him as soon as he comes out of his break, and that's the execution you look at. Look how pretty that ball was spinning into this receiver's gut. First down, Giants.
Left tackle Nate Solder to the sidelines, replaced by Eric Smith, hustling onto the field. Smith on the Jets practice squad last year, so Solder out. First and 10 from midfield. And Jones without his left tackle. There is a flag.
Forward progress was stopped. Second down.
Saying that his forward progress was stopped.
The run on the field was
missed
the
the face
quarterback's
mask.
progress was stopped. Defense holding number 21. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
The holding call on Hairston, that's his second penalty. And Nate Solder, Rondé, has gone into the tent for medical evaluation.
I did not see what happened to Nate Solder. Really quick, go back to Hairston. Top of the route again. It's a little grabby. Unfortunate, because that was going to be a sack for Shepard.
The Giants now with 3 offensive linemen in the game who had barely played all season. Left tackle, center, right tackle. From the 45, Jones lost the football, picks it back up, and then alertly throws it out of bounds.
Probably, Kenny, the 3 most important positions to have backups in, and he just drops this. I mean, hits him right in the mitts. But really, how about the wherewithal to grab that thing and get it and dump it out of bounds? I mean, that was disaster written all over it. Obviously had a lot of practice with it the past couple of weeks. Saved a 10-yard loss there, Daniel Jones did.
Now second and 10. Hand off to Barkley. Boy, this Jets run defense has done such a terrific job all season, holding opponents just 3.1 yards per carry. Here's the Giants offensive line. These guys started the first 9. But here in game 10, no Jalapeno, no Remmers, and now Solder is out.
Solder as well.
So there is a revamped Giants offensive line. Spencer Pulley, who started 9 games last season, is the center. In for Jalapeno. Third down and 10. As Jones throws, it's Golden Tate, but not nearly enough as Brandon Copeland comes up to make the play for this Jets defense. Marked out at the 38 as we head back to Los Angeles. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. The third New York team, the Buffalo Bills, in action against Cleveland. Josh Allen keeps this one for himself. A 10-yard score, his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. He's got his squad up 7-6. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Carissa. Giants leave their offense out on the field on 4th and 4 from the Jets' 39.
Same type part of the field that the Jets went for this on 4th down. And look, they're going to play man-to-man. Daniel Jones finds his best matchup. To me, it's Golden Tate up top.
Jones on 4th down finds Slayton. Darius Slayton is inside the 10, the 5. His second touchdown today. On 4th down, the Giants convert 39 yards from Daniel Jones to Darius Slayton.
Well, this is really easy because Nate Hairston is on the ground. He's struggling a little bit out here today. Watch this route. This one right here. Man-to-man coverage. He gets his feet caught up a little bit. The change of direction by Slayton, and then his track speed takes over as he sprints to the end zone for a game-tying, potentially game-tying with the extra point touchdown for New York. Got ourselves a ball game, Kenny.
Darius Slayton with 20 receptions this season. 5 have gone for touchdowns, and now some trouble with the snap. Dixon throws, looking for the 2-point conversion, and making the play in the end zone was Brian Poole. So an issue with the snap, and then Riley Dixon picked off in the end zone.
Do you think you can keep these khakis wrinkle-free all season?
During the return, holding, receiving team, number 50. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run, 1st down.
Adam Gase and the Jets had a 14-0 lead. Touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. Giants have come back and have pulled to within 1.
Well, they've gotten themselves, the Jets, in some long 3rd down opportunities here, and James Betcher's just lighting them up. This has been a blitz fest for the Giants when they've gotten into those situations, and a big part of that is stopping the run on 1st down.
Le'Veon Bell back out on the field, set out the last series. Leonard Williams coming up. Makes the initial contact with his former teammate for the first half of this season.
Yeah, well, he should know what they're trying to run. You know, what you love about him is his length. He's a long guy that plays long, and that's a quote from his defensive coordinator. And on that particular play, he just manhandles the guy in front of him, gets in on that tackle.
Six DBs in for the Giants. 2nd down and 8 from the 18-yard line. As Darnold throws, incomplete. He was looking for Robbie Anderson with DeAndre Baker defending.
Dane Buchanan is in at linebacker. Not a DB. He's a linebacker. Gets in the window. Maybe distracts Robbie Anderson a little bit. Coverage was good, though. DeAndre Baker's right on that upfield shoulder. Prevents that arm from getting up. Now they got that 3rd down I was talking about. Let's see if they decide to bring more pressure here on Sam Darnold.
3rd down and 8. Here comes the pressure. Darnold rolling right. There is a flag. And the catch is made by the tight end, Chris Herndon. The Jets 1st down.
This one's definitely coming back for a hold.
Yep, looks like this one's coming back. Here's John Hussey.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's on the left guard, Alex Lewis.
And this ended up being just a 4-man rush. All of those Giants defenders bounced out, and he's holding Williams there, and he probably could have got a hold on the other side. He tried to switch that combination, and he got both guys, really.
Williams and Carter. You know, we asked Leonard Williams about How much information he shared with his new teammates and coaching staff on the Jets, who he knows so well. He said it wasn't so much about their scheme, but more info on individual players.
Oh yeah, that's as important as the scheme. How guys deal with certain situations, how his offensive lineman that he went up against all those years deal with bull rushes and speed rushers, all that stuff. That's invaluable.
Third down and 17. Here comes Williams again. Darnold sets up the screen. It's Bell. And Bell is tackled just shy of the 20-yard line by Michael Thomas. So the Jets will punt it away.
Just taking their time trying to set up a screen. You get these third long situations, either going to be a draw screen. You don't want to do anything that puts you in a really disadvantageous spot backed up in your own end zone. Get it to Le'Veon, but really good job by the swarming Giants defense on this series to get themselves off and give themselves a good opportunity to have some good field position here.
Golden Tate is deep. Remember, the Giants will also receive following halftime. Giants with touchdowns on their last 2 drives. 1-point game. Very much, Lindsay. So Eric Smith has replaced Solder, who will not return. Spencer Pulley making his first start of the season at center. And Nick Gates, his first start of the season at right tackle. It's Eric Smith's first NFL regular season action, as Barkley takes it up to the 34. Henry Anderson the tackle. Another game break. Carissa.
Next getting Chiefs up 10-7 in Tennessee when Damian Williams is stripped by David Long. Rashawn Evans scoops this one up and takes it 53 yards for the score. Extra point, no good. Titans up on the Chiefs, 13-10. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Carissa. Chiefs took the early lead, now trail by 3. Giants facing a third down and 6. 2.5 remaining in the second quarter. 3 receivers to the right side. Giants must get to the 40-yard line for a first down. Jones throws. It's Ellison. And Copeland was the first Jet there. Then James Burgess over to help out. Looks like Ellison is just short.
I think he's just short. Copeland is all over the field here playing his middle linebacker position, but he had some help. So guys, I think he got him short, just short.
Pool there as well. So a trio of Jets combined to bring down Rhett Ellison. 4th and short when we return. 2-minute warning here at MetLife.
My night cape. Honor to give something.
Try to get something quick.
Jones on the sneak. It will depend on the spot.
To me, it didn't look like he got it. I mean, watch Jamal Adams go over the top of the play here and just completely wreck Daniel Jones. And he's got a hold of Daniel Jones and pulling him back. I don't think his helmet even touched that white line. And it's 100% going to be based on where they put their foot down for the spot, because there's no way we're finding a clear one in this melee of bodies here.
Giants defense starting to come out onto the field.
I think
the Giants have their offense and the defense both out right now.
I think it's pretty clear that he didn't get anywhere. Jamal Adams pulling him back.
Jamal, the son of a former Giant running back, first-round pick George Adams.
How athletic is this guy, man? He's big, he's fast, instinctive. I mean, it takes some instincts to go over the top of a quarterback sneak and stop him from getting it.
Remember, the Giants scored a touchdown on 4th down earlier, but this time Jones on the sneak did not get there, so the Jets will take over on downs with 1:54 remaining and 3 timeouts. What do you think of Pat Shermer's decision to go for it?
I get it, and again, I think if that clock hadn't run down at 2 minutes, they had a better chance, maybe even of trying to draw them off sides, or under a little bit more duress, getting that first down quarterback sneak. I mean, look, you're a 2-win football team. You're quote-unquote on the road. Why not try to go for it? It's going to come back to bite them. And like you said in the break, Kenny, they're not going to double dip because they do get the ball back here at halftime.
Right. On the road, sort of. Nice breakup by Alec Ogletree. Right, if the Jets were going to receive the second half kickoff, I'm not sure Pat Shurmur would have gone for it there, but he knows his team will start with the ball in the third quarter.
Look at this play by Alec Ogletree. He almost came away with an interception there, and that's Demaryius Thomas, receiver, running through a zone. He just turns around and makes a great play on this football and yanks it out of the receiver's hands. Having a good day today, Alec Ogletree. A couple of good hits earlier. Great play and pass defense there.
Second down and 10 for Darnold and the Jets. The handoff to Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down from behind by Leonard Williams. Gain of 3. And Bell shaken up. He was on the injury report early in the week. Adam Gase told us he made big improvements middle of the week on Wednesday.
Gets kind of twisted up here as he goes to the ground, and there's nothing really there other than maybe aggravating the injury that he came into this game with. He got the MRI. It was clear. He seemed anxious to go out there and play, but clearly struggling.
Back after this message from Progressive.
Morning, Bobby. Morning, Baker.
Yet again. So the Jets send out the field goal unit.
So all in all, the play works out for the New York Giants. They're able to get a stop here, set up a relatively long field goal attempt.
The 54-yard attempt. Vickens' career long is 52. From 54, it is no good. Wide to the left. So the Jets come away with nothing.
So good defensive stance by the New York Giants. Snap hold, ideal. Kicks just hooking a little bit too much.
So Pat Shurmur's decision to go for it on fourth down does not backfire on the Giants, and see Adam Gase, his Jets still lead by 1.
He's upset that they missed an opportunity there. Steal some points at the end of the half. Your defense gets you off the field on that fourth down attempt and you go nowhere. At least want to steal 3 and make it a 4-point game and aren't able to convert on that field goal.
So the Giants wind up losing only 35 seconds and they gain 5 yards.
That does not happen very often.
On first down, it's Barkley up the middle. Out to the 45-yard line. Jamal Adams, the tackle.
It's all over the field, man. Ain't seen him more rushing the passer and playing near the line of scrimmage like a DN or a line.
Remaining. Jones near side. Pass was caught by Darius Slayton. Arthur Millette, the tackle. So Millette.
Yeah, no Nate Hairston in the game anymore. Yeah, Millette's in for...
Right. They've sent in Wes Austin, number 31, top of your screen for the Jets, making his NFL debut out of Rutgers. Jones is taken down by Jordan Jenkins back at the 45-yard line, and a timeout is taken here by the Jets.
Well, Jordan Jenkins over there, their leading sacker, working on Eric Smith, gets to the quarterback.
Let's find out what's coming up the half. Kurt Menefee.
The theme never sounded better as we welcome you to Visa Halftime in just a bit. We'll catch you up on all the goings-on around the National Football League. We'll come to you live from West Point, where these cadets just can't wait to make some noise, right? Yeah! It's all on the Visa Halftime.
They're less than 50 miles from our location here at MetLife Stadium up at West Point.
That's great. I'm so happy our company does that every year. Not been on the campus of West Point. Do have a friend who has a nephew there. He loves it, plays football there. Great environment.
So Kurt and the gang coming up from West Point. He's a halftime report is next. Berrios back for the Jets. He will let it go. And the Giants unable to keep it out of the end zone. An attempt by Benny Fowler.
So close. Great intentions. Oh, he missed it. Oh, I thought he got it in his hands before he threw it onto the ground. Concentration's there. Execution is not. Good try, though, Benny.
Giants with that botched snap. So they miss an extra point for the third straight game. In all three instances, it happened in the second quarter. And at the time, they found themselves trailing by one. Same story today. Jets with touchdowns on their first two possessions. Giants with touchdowns on their first two possessions in the second quarter. Darnold, 12 of 18, and a touchdown. Daniel Jones, 10 of 13, 2 touchdowns, both